Hey, good morning, everyone. Well, it's morning and the temperature's about right to put a little bit of paint on. It's just generally pleasant out here. So I'm back on my radial drill press project, and this is what it looks out here when I get started. And yeah, I'll go ahead and pull the cover off that baby Axelson lathe there and start thinking about doing something with this too. There we go. All right. I just like to look at that thing in the morning. Well, I'll tell you, I got the paint off this cover here, and this is one of the last two covers that I'm doing. It's aluminum, and I got that mess off of it, and I'm just going around the corners here with this square file and making up for what the filler filled in. I think you can see it. I hope so. Let me look back here. It's deceptive. Yeah, you can see that. I can even get it about like that. All right. So I'm gonna had filler over everything. So I just kind of do these corners with the file. Because it looks like they had a hard time getting the corners. Of course, corners, you know, they take time. I think that's going to be good on that corner. Yeah. See what that does. Yeah, that's going to be great. Now this cover goes back here. For the electrical compartment. I'll push it on around. Yeah. Went a little bit downhill there. Well, getting that filler off, you know, it's kind of a lot rougher. I might put a little bit of Bondo in a couple of places, but not worry too much about it. You know, that old milling machine and my cutter grinder are old war finish machines, and you know, with paint on them, they look pretty good anyway. So I'm going to work on, I think I just got this corner here to do. That's a real coarse square file. With a magic cut. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Set these over here. Now, I will demonstrate a method of painting that I learned from John Lewandowski Jr. At years ago at it was called George Washington Machinery outside of Moses Lake, Washington, and they were an operation bigger than HGR. And he retired sometime, I think, in the late 90s. But I got a lot of machines from him. I got my cutter grinder and a bunch of other stuff. But this is what they did. And I thought it was interesting. I'm getting low on the can there, so I'm just going to use the can. And you take a glove and a sponge brush. And these things aren't worth the darn using them like this. So you gotta put a couple fingers behind it, like that, see? And I'm gonna show you, I watched him do this several times, and I go, you know, that works pretty good. And you paint purists, your experts are going to not like this. But, you know, for us hillbillies, it's a pretty good tip. And the machines that they sold over there at George Washington at the time, if anyone's still alive that remembers them, they were a lot of them were blue, Bermuda blue, like my jig bore I got from them, and that cutter grinder. And the Bermuda blue because they got a bunch of government surplus Bermuda blue paint. Okay, this is how they applied paint. Okay, I think I can do this okay. There we go. You see, with my fingers behind this, you don't just want to get it on there. You don't have to get it on perfectly thick, but just get that first coat on there. See that? I think it's easier than a bristle brush. And usually kind of short strokes work pretty good. You work it in. Let's see how much we're doing here. Okay. Well, I hope you're all doing good and feeling good today. Whoa, don't dump that. Ah, there we go. I have to tell you, from using the angle grinders and brushes on that radial drill there, my arms are like rubber. Like yesterday, I couldn't even scratch my nose very good. But I'm feeling better today. You got to recover from these battles. That's what you got to do. And, you know, don't let anybody get you in a hurry. That includes you, Mel, out there. I've been waiting all day for a video. I love you, Mel. Don't. Then we got the best painters out there, like the Blade. I mean, that guy. He's using some kind of paint that he has to smuggle from some unknown country, I think. I don't know. No, he's using some kind of special paint. And I am too. I'm using Case International Harvester original equipment tractor paint. I have to say that this primer here is really good. It just sticks. And I dripped some on the column on the radial drill there, and the column's coated with oil. It went through the oil and it stuck on the steel, on the cast iron, so I got to scrape it off. But no kidding, I noticed that it just like goes through oil and sticked. Pretty amazing stuff. But you know, I haven't finally decided on the finish paint. I don't know. I might not go with this brand of paint and the color that I did on the milling machine. I'll have to think about that. I'm going to kind of poke around and see. Yeah. Okay. Little short strokes. I put the first coat on and then scuff it up with some sandpaper, and then put a second coat on, and it starts smoothing out real good. Yeah, see, you can't paint like that, and the head will fall off that thing, you know. So get that edge. Yeah. If I quit talking and kept painting, I think I'd have it done, huh? There. Just about got it covered there. Now, I'm not saying this is the way to paint something. I'm just saying I saw stuff painted like this, and I've tried it, and it works good enough for me. You know, painting's really a specialty. Just about like that. Go around and get the major drips, miss spots. I don't have to worry about fully covering it the first coat, but it looks like I did. Yeah, that looks quite a bit better with a little bit of paint on that. Look at that, that's fun. All right, let's set this over here. I got this little part here. These are the last covers. You know, you get all these pieces to these machines and kind of scattered around a little bit, and it gets a little bit scary. But once it starts coming together, let me get a better spot there. When it starts coming together, it seems to come together pretty quick. And a little more on this brush. Yeah, this is cast iron here. Still has some of that black stuff on it. But it seems to be adhered pretty well, so I left it. All I gotta do is just get it covered. Then the next coats I'll put on the same way, but they just go on real slick and fast. It's just a lot of friction or something when you're first putting the stuff on. Yeah, a lot like that. All right. Well, that hand come out pretty good. Always end up with a little on my left hand. I don't like gloves that much. All right. Yeah, that's good enough for now. We'll have a look at it here. Whew. Yeah, see? That's going to look pretty good up there. We get another coat on it. Any weird stuff just sands out. This stuff, it dries hard and sands pretty good. So, okay. I'm going to get this upper part painted. I got a little detail work to do. You know, block it in like you're painting a wall or a building. Then I got, you know, a bit more paint to remove on the Axelson here. And at the same time, this is up in the air. I'll remove the rest of the mess here on this radial drill on the base. And that Carlton tilt table. I saw, it's kind of interesting, on the USS Wisconsin's machine shop, their Morris More-Speed radial drill has a Carlton tilt table just like that. So it's kind of a common thing, I guess. But these Morris More-Speed, they made two sizes. This is the smallest one, 9-inch column, 3-foot arm. They also had a 4-foot arm, and then their largest drill is the 11-inch column, and that's generally the next size up drill. And drills make a big step from 9-inch to 11-inch column, and this with the table, this 9-inch column drill weighs right around 6,000 pounds, and I think 11-inch column drill with a 3-foot arm would be closer to 10,000. And then they're quite a bit taller. I couldn't possibly fit it into my building. Okay. So this is next, and I'm excited. Okay, I'm able to do way too long of videos, and I did one that's way too long, so I'll stop it right here. And hey, everybody have a good day. Bye-bye.